Hey, what's up YouTube? The Basement Mauler here. It's been a while since I made a video. I think must have been sometime last year, but it was a rough winter. I was extremely busy at work, and plus the fact that it it was a bad winter here in Chicago, so it was pretty cold in the basement. But it's springtime now. Things are getting warmer. Work things are getting back to normal, so I'm able to hit the bench again. Excuse me, I'm drinking coffee. But I want to give you guys an update on what I have on the bench. I got several models that I'm working on, and they're all in different stages. Some are almost complete, some I've barely gotten started. So let's get right to it. I've been working on this here since last year, and this was part of the Red Dragon and Freddie Duarte, and I think it was Alex Modeling too. They did a Battlestar Galactica group build. So here's where I'm at with this kit. You can see it's basically the base coat's then already on there. I did some some pre-shading. I'm sorry, I've done some pre-shading, so it's pretty much done. I just have to get in there and future it up, put the decals on, and do some weathering. Here's where I have the engine nozzles. So again, that's been painted. I went with a darker steel inside the nozzles, so all this needs is just a wash, and I should be done. So that's for that. The other thing I have is I am still working on my Dr. Jekyll as Mr. Hyde kit. You know what, this one's been a long build, so I think my last videos has a pretty good update on where I'm at with this. It's I just need to do a little bit of more shading on the face, and then get that taken care of. Pretty much everything else is done. I think I just need to paint white on the letters, and the little sign is done. So that's it for that. I am trying to wrap up this E100 Dragon 1/72nd scale tank. You know what? It's pretty much done. The only thing I'm waiting to do on this one is to do some weathering effects, and on the rolled wheels and the bottom of the tank, get some mud or dust in there, whatever. So let me try and snap this thing on there, which here we go. So once I'm done with that, I can call this complete. For some reason, this one's just been sitting on my bench. You know what, that's how it goes sometimes. Sometimes you wrap them up quickly, and sometimes you don't. I am also got this one here, which is a 1/48, the Tamiya Tiger tank. So you can see I got the first initial base coat in there, and I tried to do some highlights on it, on the skirts of the armor and whatnot, but I think I have the AK Interactive color modulation kit for the German gray armor, so I might give that a try, or I just may take this and maybe put like some winter camouflage and give that a try. But it's a pretty cool kit. I like it. Then the other thing I'm working on is this right here. Alright, this is what I decided to build for the, they had a Whirlybird group build in over at ISM. And I think it's the the finish date was a long time ago, but I never got around to it. So here's kind of where I'm at here. And I did decide to rescribe the panel lines. I finally got the this part glued onto the fuselage, so I just have to clean up a bunch of seams. You know what? It's a pretty cool kit. It was a little bit frustrating to rescribe the panel line, so I got some cleaning up to do there. I've already done it on the part that's primered here, so I went in there and filled up all the different places where I went a little bit over past the panel line. So done the rotors, the tail rotor as well is done. So again, it's a pretty cool kit. I like it. I'm almost done. The other thing is CK Philly had a group build going on for it was the Tom Clancy group build. I never got to post a video, but I started working on this one here, and here's where I'm at. I got the the base is done. All right, so I did all the lettering and everything, so it's all been futured up. I just need to spray some dull coat on it, and I've been working on getting all the different missiles set up. So it's a pretty cool kit. It has all the U.S. missiles as well as the Soviets, or USSR, whatever. And I did it's all raised panel, so I did rescribe these two. And again, I'm at a point where I just need to finish up a couple of the Soviet missiles, and then as far as rescribing the panel lines, then I can start spraying some primer and get that taken care of. So that's where I'm at. I did pick up this kit, which is the Kotubuyaki Bakuya, whatever. Yeah, look, it's from Japan, all right. And they are nozzles that I guess they use for like Gundam, and I want to see if I can replace some of the nozzles on these missiles with some of these, just to get a much cooler effect. Some of them are raised panel lines, and I don't think you can see it, but you can see there they're all raised panel lines. And when you glue together the two halves, some of the panel lines don't line up, so I can go ahead and try and rescribe these little ass panel lines, or I can just replace them with some of these and be done with it. Let's see. And I've also been trying to finish this kit here, and this is the IL-28. Looks like it's a rebox of the Bilik kit, and you know what? It's an atrocious kit. The plastic on it is a very grainy, pebbly surface to it, or the plastic has that surface to it. So I've tried to sand it down, but a lot of the panel lines just don't line up, or some of them, it's just very weak. Like you'll get to see a portion of it, and the others are just not there. So this is going to take a lot of rescribing as well. So I try to do as much as I can. It's a very frustrating kit to build. I eventually want to do it. I did get to finish up the Bombay, but again, it's a very poor fitting kit, and I don't want to just throw it out. I definitely want to finish it. So we're maulers, so that's what we do. The other thing is I've been working on these here, which are the Zombicide Fatties. So it's something that it's a game that my daughter likes, so we've played it, and I've decided to go ahead and just paint them. So I'm just about done with these here, and what I want to do is just basically, all I got left is really just to give them a flat coat. The Fatties from the first issue of the Zombicide have this like a respirator mask on them, so I just have to paint that, then hit it with some dull coat. And then I want to, take them off their base and use clear bases like these here. So it's basically just a clear acrylic base. And the reason I want to do that is that, this is played on a tile. So, you can just take this off, put these on there, and you still get to see the tile or the streets underneath the base. Alright, so that's where I'm at with that. Then the other thing that I've started working on is, let's see, Chris over at the XR 12, alright, and I are doing this kind of like a buddy build, and we're doing the Nosferatu vampire kit. And we talked about just throwing this out there as a regular vampire group build. So if you have any vampire kit, whether if it's the old monogram, which is based off the Aurora modes, I think it is the Aurora modes, or the Mobius Dracula kits. I mean, anything that's a vampire, if it's a miniature or if it's a bigger scale kit, that's fine. Just if you want to jump on in, that's cool. But this is a pretty cool kit. I've already glued some of the pieces together. I have some seam work to do. The face sculpt on this one is awesome. It has a lot of detail in it. It's a very good kit. It comes with a little skull. So I got most of the pieces already glued together. So I need to get in there and, you know, unfortunately, I think it was more of my issue when I glued the coat together that I came up with some pretty big seams there. So I got a lot of work to do there. So that's where I'm at. Then the only other thing I have, excuse me a second while I drink a sip of coffee. Okay, so Gilbert over at Red Dragon Model Works and I went to Adepticon this past weekend, and you know, we had a really good time. We saw some kick-ass miniatures, and you know, I picked up a couple things. I picked up the Toxic City Mall Zombicide set, as well as some things over at the Badger booth. So one of the things that I was able to buy is something new, and I believe it actually made its debut in or at Adepticon, and is this product here. So this is Badger's own acrylic polyurethane primer. It is called Stynylrez. So I guess it alludes to it being compatible with styrene, vinyl, and resin. Anyway, you know, whatever you think of the name, it is what it is. So this is their version, and I was able to pick this up. I was told that this is a far better product than this here, which is the Vallejo acrylic urethane primer, whatever. So I want to give this a try. This apparently has some of the same qualities, but there are slight differences. So it is self-leveling. You know, they are claiming that it does adhere, you know, very good. It's durable. One thing that is different on this one is that it dries to a flat finish, whereas the Vallejo kind of has like a, you know, semi-gloss sheen to it. But I'm going to go ahead and be doing a couple of review videos. So I'm going to use this on some kits that I have, or some parts that I have, and I'm going to kind of see, comparing it to the Vallejo stuff, just exactly, you know, how it works. You know, how does it spray on. This is very similar to the Vallejo, where they state that no thinning is necessary. I've done some early testing on it, and it is pretty thick. I don't have an issue with it, but again, you know, we'll get to that in the video. So just wanted to this should wrap everything up, I guess. So all right, YouTube, everyone, take care. Bye.